Hi guys. Sorry I'm late if you were here at 4 o'clock. Friday nights we do pizza and a movie night with my family, and I had to run down and get the pizzas, and I did not budget my time correctly. I'm very sorry. But I'm here now, so I'm going to give you guys a second to get here. I'm going to turn my air purifier off so that I don't have that background noise the whole time. Ah, that's better. All right, get my pillows situated. Get comfy. How are all of you? I've missed you. There, that's better. I'm gonna have to pull up my computer. I have my gliders here just because I think it's good for them to be with me even if don't have them in my no-sew bra pouch. I haven't had them on me today, so need some bonding. Let me log into my computer here so I can read your questions because my eyesight is terrible and my phone is very far away. I hope you're all doing well. Let's see, who is here? Who is here? All right. Wow, hi everybody. Hello, hello, hello. My sugar gliders are good and Pika is doing fantastic. I'm working on a follow-up kind of video where I'm updating you guys on how she's doing so you guys can see, you know, for those of you who have been watching and you've been seeing kind of some of her behaviors and bonding process and stuff like that. I'm updating you on that, but I won't have that out. I'm taking a break from editing and putting together videos. So today and my normal 2 uploads next week are both going to be lives. I'm trying to squeeze in the last little bit of summer with my family, and I have some other work deadlines that are coming up that I really need to focus on. So I am, that probably won't come out for a couple weeks as far as an update goes. But she's doing wonderfully. I don't know why I always have to play with my hair. I think it's because I see it in the monitor and I'm like, ooh, I like it like this. No, wait, I like it like this. No, wait. I'm just very indecisive. I'm very sorry. Okay, let's see. I know! Like literally, I might become 2K before the end of the live, which, what is going on? I don't understand. I know, my mind's blown. I don't know. Thank you guys so much. You guys are so sweet. Oh, let's see. In your last video, I saw the feeding bowl you use. Is that bowl good at preventing a lot of food from getting out? Yeah, I really like it. So I've used, oh man, like a ton of different glider kitchens. That's what they call them. They really should call them glider dining rooms though, because I mean, unless you eat in your kitchen is where you prepare food, but then you eat in your dining room or your dining table. Anyway, side note. So yes, I really like it because it's small. You're not washing this huge thing. And I actually have 2 of them now. So if they had any issues with food aggression or whatever, I could split it into 2 separate feeding stations. I really like it. And they kind of sit in there and then they eat and they throw stuff on the walls. They're just crazy, messy little creatures. And so it does help with the mess in the cage. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you love the videos. I'm so excited for you. I just got my 33rd subscriber today. Yay! All Sugar Gliders. I've been watching almost every single one of your videos. I've really been, it's just fun to like get a peek into other people's sugar glider lives. You know what I mean? Like, I guess I should have done air quotes over all of that. Sugar glider lives. I don't know. I'm not really sure if I'm ever using the air quotes correctly. But like, I like to get, I feel like I'm a fly on the wall. Like you, So owl sugar gliders, and then Maine, coon, and sphynx and sugar gliders. She's also a subscriber, and she also has a channel. Hers are very like uncut, just puts up her camera and talks and, you know, whatever. But she's had some really funny things happen in those videos, and she's just a hoot. I really enjoy watching her. She only has like 4 subscribers right now, but she just got started. So yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations on your 33rd subscriber. Let's see. You're taking a walk with your babies right now while watching you. Oh, cool. Do you use the glass water bottles or plastic? I use glass. I don't know that there's really a huge preference. I've heard that glass is better as far as like being able to disinfect. But I personally just use glass. Do you, I recently got to 43 subs. Why is that like a sad face or a mad sad face, Cynthia? 43 subs is great. That's 43 people that say, hey, I like your stuff and I want to see what you do next. I think that's awesome. Sometimes I think we get really caught up on like the number, and I am guilty of this as well. You get kind of like when you're first getting started, you're like, ooh, like one more subscriber, and then you get to where you're getting, you compare yourself to other people and you're not growing as fast as you thought you were going to, or whatever, which really I've grown a lot faster than I thought I was going to. But a lot of other YouTubers, when they got to 1,000 subscribers, their channel just kind of just like exploded. Like they got from like 1,000 to like 5,000 in like 2 months. And so I kind of expected that the YouTube algorithm would put out more of my content automatically, and which then means more subscribers usually. But that's not what happened, but that's fine. Like I'm almost at 2K. I mean, I cannot complain. So don't get, you know, down on yourself with the number. It takes a long time to get some traction with the YouTube algorithm too. So I made the no-sew bra pouch and have been using it with my shyest glider, and she is trusting me so much more now. Isn't it amazing? I don't know why I didn't think about it earlier. I'm so thankful that it's helped me and helped so many other people. Man, I look tan. I'm usually so pasty, but I look kind of tan, huh? I've been going to the lake and feeling kind of snazzy in the monitor here. Okay. My advice on bonding is a miracle. Holy cow, thanks. Hello, finally caught you live. Yeah, hi Jody. Oh boys, I don't know what that means. Sorry, as far as, that's a different language. I'm so sorry. Thank you. Timo, Poppy, Yenny, and Gerald are all living together now. What? What? They are? Did you just introduce them today? Because I missed that video, and I thought you said in one of your comments that you were going to be introducing them in a couple months. Let's see. I followed your no-sew bra pouch video and made my first one. Cool. Is there any more like liquid treats you can recommend for gliders? Not really. I mean, yogurt, honey. Make sure it doesn't have any honeycomb in it. Mushed up fruit, mushed up avocado, mixed with any of those things. Yeah. 2K is a lot of subscribers. It is. I just got 2 gliders last week and have been watching all your videos. They are very helpful. Thanks. Oh, yay. I'm so glad you've been finding them to be helpful. You do look tan. It's all your lake time. Yes. Thank you. I thought I looked kind of tan. I'm so pasty white that like even if I get like a tiny bit of a tan, I'm like, oh my, who is this bronze goddess in the monitor? I just, what? Because I'm usually super white. In a couple months, I'll be back to my snow white self. Oh, the Happy Oyster, you reached 209 subs. That's fantastic. Good job. Yes, it went so smooth. I'm editing a video on it. I'm introducing the 2 older ones, Dot and Casper, in a few months once the 4 Joeys are all bigger. Wait. Owl Sugar Gliders, how many sugar gliders do you have? I thought you had 2 and then 2 rescues. Do you have 4 from breeders and then 2 rescues already? I'm confused. I lost track. I just got my new first pair of babies today, both females, and they are pretty sweet and hopefully easy to bond. Any quick tips you can give me? Your videos have been a big help. Thank you for all your comments, Scarlet Red. I really appreciated them the last few days. I can tell you've been watching a lot of videos. I don't have any quick tips because that's why I make videos, because I am long-winded. And when somebody says, hey, quick tip, I'm like, oh, here's a 30-minute video. So not really, except for to be patient, lay your expectations aside, baby steps, and I really mean baby steps, like months of work might be involved or days of work might be involved. So just try to not get your hopes up, try not to have expectations. That's my advice. Oh, okay. Since watching your videos, I've bonded so much with my gliders, Momo and Appa. That's wonderful. You have 6 total Owl Sugar Gliders. I didn't know that. How did I miss that? Huh. My mind is... Okay, I'm going to swallow this gum because I keep... Hold on. Okay. Oh, I should have got water too, darn it. Oh, well. Okay. Well, okay. So Cynthia asked if I'm ready for fall. Yes and no. It's been such a weird summer. I don't know why. Life's been totally normal in the world. But no, it hasn't been. And yeah. So I kind of feel like I was cheated out of some summer. And in my area, it rained a ton at the beginning of the summer. So it was like we've had a very short summer, and fall is actually my favorite time of year though. Like I love sweaters and boots and pumpkin chai lattes and pumpkin bread, which I'm on keto now. So now I'm depressed because I'm realizing I can't have any of those things. Oh well, maybe a cheat day. Anyway, fall's my favorite time of year. I love my birthday's in the fall, and I like Halloween. We do like a harvest party thing at our church for the kids, and trick-or-treating at the nursing homes and around our little neighborhood. Anyway, I like the fall, but I'm not quite ready. I want another couple weeks of summer. Ooh, my favorite holiday. My favorite holiday, oh, I gotta say Christmas, just because like it's the only holiday that's not just one day, it's like a month basically. And I have kids, and Christmas is just so fun, and I am a Christian, so like just celebrating Jesus's birth and what he did for us and coming down, that's just such a special time. Second favorite would be Easter though, and really because it's it's the spring and a change of season, and then just Christ's resurrection and all of that. So Christmas first, Easter second, Thanksgiving third, my birthday fourth. Does that count? I don't know. Okay. Oh my goodness, there's so many comments. Hold on, let me back up here a little bit. Yes, I have Timo and Poppy, the rescued Casper and Dot, which I love those names, those are so cute. And then picked up Yenny and Gerald 2 weeks ago. I've had a deposit on them since May, actually. Oh, okay. And I did know you had planned on getting quite a few from a breeder. I guess I kind of I didn't realize that you already were getting those. Cool, that's awesome. You have 6 already. That's crazy awesome. I definitely have been binge watching all your videos and love them. Oh, thank you, Scarlet Red. That's really sweet. Let's see, Lisa, get your water. We are patient. We can wait for you. That's so sweet. Thank you. If I get parched, I might holler at my kids to maybe please bring me some water, but they're deep in a Lego experience. They have made Lego villages all over the couch, and I don't want to disturb them if I don't have to. So thank you very much for being patient, though. I appreciate it. You really are. Like, my viewers, the people that watch my stuff, are the best viewers ever. Like, you guys are patient and sweet and complimentary and just so amazing. I just really love you guys. Okay, let's see. I just quit sugar too. I know, it's just I've been doing keto for probably like 3 months now, and I love it. I love the way it makes me feel. I love the energy that it gives me. I'm a carb and sugar addict. I mean, the day I realized I wanted to go on keto, I was thinking about it, like, there was a guy in my office that was doing it, and I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I came home and I looked at my living room, my kitchen, and I had just gone shopping like the day or two before, and this was like right in the middle of quarantine, you know, like not quarantine, but like this whole stuff, and my counters were just like covered basically with carbs, like breads and pastries and tortillas and bagels, and I was like, I think I've gotten a little out of control. So that was kind of I was like, okay, no, I got to do this for a while anyway, just to kind of detox myself. Is Momo and Appa from Avatar? Is it? I don't remember those names on Avatar. How do you get your sugar glider to stay in the bag when you cut their nails? You hold them in the bag. I just did all 4 yesterday. Natiri and Balky are so treat motivated and so excited about the mealies that I give them. They really don't care what I'm doing. I mean, I still kind of cover their heads just because I think that it's less traumatizing for them to see what I'm doing. So I still do the same technique with them. Stella hates it. Like, she's my most bonded, and she hates it the most. I mean, has bit me multiple times because she's so squirmy, and she'll just somehow wriggle her little head out of the one tiny little spot that I have, turn her whole body around and bite me. I've gotten a lot better, so she's bitten me a lot less, but you have to apply firm pressure. You can't just you basically wrap them up like a burrito. And then, so the only thing, you know, so you have their little foot, and then you kind of wrap the pouch around them so that they can't get out. Mine are named Gwen and Glenn. Cute. I'm a fall baby, born in October and married on Halloween. Oh, cool. So you like the fall too. Oh my gosh, I feel like I was cheated out of summer also. Yeah, I think the whole world was basically cheated out of summer. Hello there. Hi. Let's see. Do you think that it would be a good idea to get another level for my sugar glider cage? I have 2 levels only, and I've seen your cage and you have 3 levels. What do you think? I'm not sure what you mean, because I have one solid cage that does not have multiple levels. It has 2 doors. It has a door on the top and a door on the bottom, but it doesn't have 2 levels. But if you have like a Critter Nation, like a you know, the one that is stackable, I think a triple Critter Nation is great. However, be careful that if you want to be able to roll it out of your door and outside to like hose it down, If you have a triple critter nation, it probably won't fit through your door and you'll have to disassemble, take the top piece off before you take it outside. That's just one factor, but I think the bigger the cage, the better, personally. Hi, you like giving. Oh, maybe Thanksgiving is what you mean. My birthday's in November, actually. Let's see, I'm struggling to bond with my gliders. Any tips? I had them for at least 3 months now. Okay, so I do have lots and lots of tips, and I have lots of videos on bonding. I have a step-by-step bonding guide that's like an hour long that literally is like pretty much everything that I could think of to say in a video about bonding. I put all in that video. I also have one of my very first videos was like a casual chat bonding. It wasn't edited or anything. I have a whole playlist on my page that's all about bonding and handling. I also have my rehomed sugar glider playlist, which is showing what I'm doing for my new glider as far as bonding. So I have lots of advice, but I already have tons and tons of videos. So I know it's annoying, but I'm just gonna say maybe watch those, because I can't possibly tell you everything, because then I would run out of all my time on the live, because I only have until about 5 o'clock, which is like another half an hour. So let's see. Hi, Liz. You lost me for a second? Oh no. Is it? Oh, fun. That'll be fun, Happy Oyster. I'm sure scuba diving is fun. I'm not strong enough to give up carbs. Yeah, you are. You are strong enough to give up anything. I actually used to be in like the fitness industry in like my past life. And I have always said that if I felt like I was dependent on anything, that I don't like to think that I couldn't live without anything. And so it's kind of a mental and emotional exercise for me to restrict the things that I love the most and realize like I'm going to be okay anyway. Like I can still have things that I enjoy. It's not going to be something I'll do forever. It's more of a challenge and kind of a detox. So when do the kids go back to school? How do you feel about online learning? I'm actually an educator, so I'm nervous for this year. And it's not the movie, it's the cartoon show. Oh, okay, good. Because I was like, I've watched that Avatar movie a bunch of times and I can't think of that. Okay. My kids are going back to online school in like a week and a half. And I'm feeling decently about it. I actually feel okay because I have a plan now. Our school district has really been scrambling and having a hard time getting word out to parents what everything's going to look like, just because they're learning all this new too. But I just talked to my pastor. I work part-time at a church office as a secretary, and he's super supportive, and he's letting me kind of work my work schedule around so I can be home in the morning and come to work later in the afternoon, so I can be there with them while they're doing their online learning, just in case there's any technical glitches, and then really get a pulse on how much supervision they're really going to need before I decide how we're going to move forward. But I'm feeling okay about it. I mean, kind of bummed, but is what it is. I'm having a problem of my sugar gliders jumping out of the door when I open it, not on me, but to escape. Okay, so I don't know if your name is Guy Bearden. Are you letting them have like free roam time in the room, or that kind of thing? Because I found that when my gliders, I was letting them have free roam time where, you know, I would supervise them, but they were able to kind of climb wherever they wanted in this room. They tried to escape from the cage a lot more frequently because they wanted to go and play. And now that I haven't done that in a very long time, it's like they've forgotten that they can escape. I mean, they're kind of like, oh, do we go out the door? The door's never open. What do we do with this door? So they're very much creatures of habit. and they're very, very intelligent. So if they think that they're going to get to run around and play, then that's what they're going to do. And so if they've been doing that, I would try to anticipate their moves, and if they go, you know, to go out the door, to kind of block them with your hand, to block them with your body, if you don't want them to do that. They're very trainable in my experience, in my opinion, but if you give them any freedom, they will take it. Just, they're like toddlers. Like if they know that they can do something, they will do it. Hope that makes sense. When you are cutting, oh no, this thing is so skippy. Hold on. When you're cutting their nails and you close the bag, can they still breathe? Yes. They are very small, and their bag is closed for, I mean, they're closed for the amount of time it takes me to trim one hand, and then it's opened, and then I close it and wrap it around again. So they're definitely not going to suffocate. Don't worry. Plus, it's not like vacuum sealed closed. Like there's still air pockets that they can get air. So yes, they can breathe. I really want sugar gliders. I've researched for 4 years and I do school. Any tips for new owners? I have a whole new owners playlist on my channel that you would probably love. It starts off with when you first bring your sugar gliders home, talks about my cage cleaning routine, talks about nail trimming, all the kind of basic things. So yes, I have lots of information on that. Hi Samantha, you made it. Yay. What's the best meal to give them? I have a diet video. Gosh, these lives are turning into just like referencing all my other videos. But I have a diet video where I show what I feed, but I'm not a strong advocate for one diet over another. I'm an advocate for doing your research, picking a proven staple, and not just winging it with your diet. It needs to be a recipe that you follow that's been created by somebody that knows what they're doing. And so on my diet video, in the description box, there's a ton of information about different links to go to that have all the different diets and the recipes and all kinds of stuff. But I personally feed TPG, the pet glider diet. Her bonding video is amazing. Definitely check it out and watch the whole thing. Thanks, Kayla. Yeah, you know, did you know that as a YouTuber, I can see how long you guys are watching my videos? And I have to say, some of you are turning it off before you get to some of the good information. So if you need help with something, I know attention span is hard. I get it. Like I watch YouTube videos too, and sometimes I have to like stop it halfway through and then come back and watch it later because I don't have the time to sit and watch a full hour or a full half an hour even with my undivided attention. I get it. I'm not judging, but I'm just saying that if you're watching it because you need help, please watch the whole thing, especially if it's one of the information ones like the bonding stuff, because I packed that thing full of information. So if you're turning it off halfway through, then you're not getting half the information, because I didn't just repeat a bunch of information in the second half. You know what I'm saying? So watch the whole thing. I can't tell who specifically turns it off early. I can just see it's like a graph. It shows me where people are turning it off. And actually, a lot of people turn it off after the first couple minutes. Like all my videos. I think that's actually really typical. And actually I do that. I'm wondering too, because I'll click on a video that I know I want to see, and then just so that it's in my previously watched little bar, and then I go back and watch it later. So I'm wondering if that might be why that happens, why that like statistic is like that. But anyway, sorry, back to your questions. That's okay. I'm glad you're here now. That's okay. You were late. I was late too. I improved a lot with my sugar gliders. Everything when I feed them, they rush me to also get a yogurt drop or papaya or fruit. Yes, they know when good stuff's coming. My babies are only 3 months, named Willow and Sable. They are currently hiding in the tunnel that's against the cage wall, which in the future is going to make it really hard to bond. Yeah, if you have something in the cage that is not easily accessible, I talked about this in a couple videos, you want to remove that when it's time for bonding because you don't want to have to chase them around. So I don't have anything in my cage that I wouldn't be able to get them out of because of that. Because you don't, I mean, that's kind of traumatizing for them. So I need to make a video about bonding too. I've been working on a few other videos, but bonding tips are so important. They really are. And like everybody's experience and like techniques are different. So that's why I think it's great to have lots of different sugar glider people putting information out there that are responsible like you are, Owl's Sugar Gliders. My day's going well, thank you. Let's see, tonight I just plan on sitting by their cage to watch them. That's a great first step for sure. Yeah, and then if they don't seem too bothered by your presence, excuse me, if you don't see, they don't seem too bothered by your presence, offering treats through the bars, talking to them, reading a book, so they get used to your voice as well as your presence. Oh, oh boy. Roses are red, violets are blue. I love your channel and your sugar gliders too. Thank you, the Happy Oyster. That's so sweet of you. Hey, that's so sweet of you. Like fits in the rhyme, huh? Oh, before I forget to mention, all my other lives, if you guys, I do my best to post them afterwards. So if I don't post it, it wasn't on purpose. That sometimes there's technical glitches with lives, but all of them so far have been able to be saved. And then what I do after they save, which takes a while, but after they save, then I go back through and I rewatch it and I put timestamps with the different questions so that if people are really searching for information, they can reference the live and skip to the parts that are interesting to them. So if you like this format and if you're looking for a specific question and I haven't covered it in my other videos, you could check out the lives and go to this description box and I have timestamps for the different topics. My sugar glider voices are so cute and funny. Do you mean when I do like a voiceover for the sugar gliders? Yeah, I'm a dork. And sometimes something just needs a voiceover, I think. What breed is your dog? I'm sure you're talking about something else. But I had a dream that I had a dog. But then I forgot that I had the dog in the dream. And then after I had it for a couple of weeks, I realized that, oh my gosh, I haven't been taking care of this dog. It was a terrible dream. It's terrible. Actually, I had a dog for a long time, and she passed away like a year and a half ago. But anyway, I know you weren't talking to me, but that just made me think of that. Do you have any recommendations on where you purchase eucalyptus leaves and or branches? If you do, or anyone else on here, besides the Pet Glider, unless that's the best site. I've purchased eucalyptus before. My gliders could not care less about it. So I can't remember where I ordered it from because then I ordered it once and then a friend was getting a large shipment in and so she said, hey, I'll drop, you know, if you want like a third of the shipment. So I was like, okay, I'll try it again. They didn't give two poops about it. So I'm not getting it anymore. So I don't have any recommendations, but maybe somebody else does. And I know that a lot of gliders really do like it. So my gliders just don't. I don't know. They're weird. Yeah, getting out of the cage is a learned behavior, I think, personally. Sometimes gliders are more adventurous than others. Some are more cautious than others. So some of it might be personality, some of it's learned behavior. I think it's really a combination of both, personally. So just be the boss. Train them to do what you want them to do as far as the habits that you form with them. Let's see. I'm new to your videos, but your nail trimming video helped me big time. I have only been a suggie mom since July 2nd and have 2 black beauties and bringing home 2 more fuzz butts next weekend. Oh, that's so awesome. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm glad that the nail trimming video was helpful. Sorry, it keeps skipping around and I'm kind of skipping over where you guys are talking to each other, so it's taking me a second to find your guys' question. Do you ever feed your sugar gliders ice cream? I saw a video on YouTube of people doing that before. Really? No, I've never fed mine ice cream. I know they don't do well with lactose, but I also know that like yogurt has significantly less lactose than like milk. But I'm not sure. I don't think they would do well with ice cream. They don't. I think that might give them an upset tummy. That's just my assumption. I've never looked into it and I've never done it personally. Just because someone does it on YouTube doesn't mean it's a good idea. I got my trio off of Craigslist and the lady was only feeding them applesauce. I've switched to TPG and all have gained weight, one more than others, and are all at healthy levels. Oh, that's great. Yay. I always watch your videos all the way through, especially your lives. Thank you. And thank you guys for watching the ads. I can tell that since I told you guys that I get AdSense revenue when you watch at least 30 seconds of the ad, that you guys are watching them more, and that really helps me and encourages me so much. It's such a, like, I really feel like that's such a love thing, because who wants to watch the ads, right? But you're doing it because you want to support me, and that is so, so sweet. And I really, really appreciate that. Yeah, thank you. And if you don't want to watch the ads, that's okay too. Like, I'd really rather that you get the information and continue to watch my videos, and I don't want you to feel bad that you're not watching the ads, you know what I mean? Let's see. I have my gliders for 3 weeks and they don't eat much of their fruit and veggies. Let's see. JK Music covers. Are you feeding a staple diet or are you just putting fruits and veggies in the cage? That is my first question for you. My sugar gliders are named Chip and Dip and they are 2 weeks and I had them for a while. I think I heard you say that before. That's a really cute name. I love your videos. They help me so much. Thank you. Oh, I'm glad you guys watch. I think the people that come to the lives are like the diehards that watch the whole thing. Thank you guys. They don't seem to bother it at all. They're super sweet, barely crabbing. Oh, good. How's the intro? The intro is doing wonderful. I don't know if you saw my latest Samantha I did. That intro ended up being a 2-part video. Both of them were like 45 minutes. All my videos have been really long lately. I'm really sorry if you like short videos. I try to do a variety. I feel like 25, 30 minutes is kind of a sweet spot, but I can't get my act together to get it shorter. But it's great. All of them are in here right now. And they're all happy and purring. And I'm so happy. Where are you, Pika? Are they all in here? Pretty sure they are. Oh yeah. She's like on the very bottom of the pile. Like, she's here and then the other 3 are on top of her. It's funny. They're all doing wonderfully. You finally made a live, yay! You're my go-to for sure. I've learned so much from you. I've had my babies now for about 3 months and I wouldn't know what to do without you. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you, Trish. That's so sweet. Hi, Angel. I watch all of them all the way through. Very informative and has helped me a lot with my 4 gliders. Thank you for making your channel and helping with learning what is best for my gliders. Thank you. Yay. My sugar gliders. Oh boy. Oh, it skipped again. Hold on. Sorry, technical difficulties. Oh my goodness, I can't find it. Hold on. Huh. Oh, here we go. My sugar gliders are named, oh no, I already read that. Oh, I was planning on buying a pair from the pet glider shop since I'm getting them from the pet glider shop and they obviously feed them their own diet. Do you think it would be good to keep them on that one? I think at least for the beginning you should. Just because anything that you can keep consistent when they're transitioning into a new home, I think is beneficial. They're already going to have a new environment, a new cage, you know, new toys, new pouches, new everything. And if you can at least keep their diet the same, I think that would be really good. And then if you decide that you want to transition to a different staple later, then that's totally fine. But I would start off with the same diet that they've been feeding at the pet glider because it is a healthy staple. If it wasn't a healthy staple, then I would say you need to switch them over, but it is, so. I got the eucalyptus sticks from Exotic Nutrition. My girls love it. It has oats and eucalyptus leaves and a few other things. Huh. Is it good to feed sugar gliders dragon fruit? I think dragon fruit's on the healthy list. I've never personally fed it, so I'd have to look. I'm not 100% sure. I think it is. Thank you for always finishing my videos, Lisa. I have my gliders Rocket in his bonding pouch right now, sitting next to me. That's awesome. Natiri's peeking up at me like, what are you doing, Mom? Hi, baby girl. Hi, baby girl. I'll show you guys the gliders real quick since they're kind of alert. Here's Balky. If no one else wants to say hi. Oh, there's Natiri. There's a teary girl and a Balky boy. Yeah. Hi. You guys are my treat lovers. That's why they're waking up, because they're like, does that mean we're having treats? Are treats coming? Are we getting treats? I used the TPG diet, but it was my first time making the batch and I forgot the boiled eggs. Do you think it would be okay if I use my protein brunch pellets, or should boiled eggs to put in the bowl? Yeah, you need to follow the recipe, because the protein ratios might not be the same. So just because you have something that has protein doesn't mean it's the same amount. So I would put the eggs in there. And even if you, like, if say you've already made it and it's already frozen and all of that, you could boil the eggs and mash them up and then split it into even portions of how many ice cube trays you have, and then mix it in when it unthaws. But that sounds like a total pain in the butt. So I'm really hoping that you haven't already put it in the ice cube trays. I just watched them both, but didn't know if they stayed good after the last one. Yes, they have. It's been so wonderful. And Pika has been doing so good. Balky, do you want to come out and say hi? You're just so curious. Want to come out and say hi? Yes, they have all stayed great. Balky has been being such a good boy. He hasn't been chasing a Pika girl. Yes, everybody's been sleeping together. It's been wonderful. Yeah. They have not been fighting recently. He's not chasing her around. What state are you in? I need to find a sugar glider to get in Georgia in case I have a sugar glider vet in Georgia, I think is what you mean. In case you have an emergency or have your male neutered. I am not in Georgia. but I do not say what state I am in, because I try to keep some things private. I am not in Georgia though, and on my video I drove 8 hours one way to get to Oregon. It took me a second to make sure I was listing the right state. To get to Oregon, it took me 8 hours. So that gives you kind of a general idea of where I could be, but I'm not by Georgia. But yes, you should have a good exotic vet just as a backup for sure. And taking him in for like a yearly is not a bad idea either. Yeah, there are good breeders on Facebook. I think she was looking for a vet though. Okay, let's see. I think she just had a typo there. She said get instead of vet. What I did when so as a side note, what I did when I was looking for my gliders is I went on those Facebook groups and I asked and I said, and some groups you have to be careful because some groups have rules about what you can and can't ask, but I asked for recommendations on breeders, and then I researched those, and if there was any that were like consistent, like common, then I researched those more. And so that's how I kind of found, and I did not find one in my area. But now I know a friend that is an amazing breeder, and so if I got a baby, I would get him from her. But before that, I didn't know anybody locally, so yeah, that's what I did. I think if you can find someone locally, it's less traumatizing to have to do the air flight, air transport, or ground transport. But you know, these guys are resilient, and it's not terrible to have to do that. I did that with my first 3, and Pika I had to drive, you know, a long ways with, and you know, they're all fine. Is it good to feed mealworms constantly? You can feed mealworms daily, but I wouldn't do, if you're feeding them daily, I wouldn't do more than like 2 or 3 a day. And that's if your glider's at a healthy weight. Somebody said super cute bag. This is from the Suggie Flower Fairy. It was part of my gift. I did a live unboxing. That was actually my last live that I did. And interesting fact, when I was doing that live, right when I hung up the phone from that live, I was calling to make arrangements to go get Pika. So I couldn't say anything. I was so excited, and I couldn't tell anybody because it wasn't like a for sure thing yet, and I also wanted to reveal it on my video. But yeah, in that video I opened up my gift from the Suggie Flower Fairy, and it's not Suggie, Suggie Flower Fairy, and so this was part of that. But it was kind of cool because like in my mind, I knew that I was probably getting a new glider, and so getting a new cage set was kind of a fun celebration even though no one else knew. So I feed my sugar gliders dragon fruit every other week, and they love it. Every morning when I get up and look in their cage, there's little black seeds everywhere. That's funny. Oh, hey, Maine coon and sphynx and sugar gliders. I love watching your videos. I've learned a lot. Maine coon and sphynx and sugar gliders, I have watched, I think, every single one of your videos, and you crack me up. You're so funny. And I feel like, so I usually put your video on while I'm making dinner, and so I just kind of have it, and I feel like I have like a friend that's in the kitchen with me that has sugar gliders that's learning with me, and I think it's really fun. So thank you for making your videos as well. Andy, you are Italian. That's cool. I know, isn't my pillow so cute? Do you feed your sugar gliders fruits all the time or sometime? And I love your videos. Thank you. I feed my sugar gliders it's what's called a staple diet. I know that's kind of like sugar glider world vernacular, but basically what that means is it's a diet that's been tested, either time tested or actually lab tested with gliders to make sure that it actually is a healthy diet. And so I have a whole diet video, so please check that out because I explain all of that. I don't just feed them, you know, random fruits and vegetables. They need a balanced diet and they need their proper proportions. So it's really important that you follow a recipe that's been curated by someone that knows what they're doing. And the Pet Glider has done that. It has a mix of fruits and vegetables in it, but it's not just fruits and vegetables. That's a kind of a something that a myth that people think that gliders can just live on fruits and vegetables or even just fruit, and they can maybe live, but they could not, and they won't thrive. Like, they're not going to be healthy on just that. So any tips on getting them interested in live mealworms? Mine are 5.5 months old, and when I tried to give them live mealworms, they acted like it was gross and wouldn't take it. That's funny. Mine, as soon as I was hoping that they wouldn't like them, because I hate mealworms. They're disgusting. They remind me of centipedes, and centipedes are my least favorite creature on the planet. And so I was really hoping that they wouldn't like them. But I was at a friend's house, and she has a mealyworm farm, and she's like, oh, would your gliders like to try a mealyworm? And I was like, sure. They've never had one in my house anyway. And as soon as they had them, it was like I gave them crack. Like, they loved them. So I've never had an issue where mine didn't like them. So I can't give you any hints on that. I would say offer them a couple more times, because once they try them, they might really like them. They might just be kind of intimidated to try them. What's popping? I don't know. Okay, thank you. I will boil eggs tonight. Yeah, it's already frozen, so I will try to mash them up. Yeah, I would. Yeah. I mean, you're going to want to try to portion it out like your original batch, so you don't give like too much egg every night, you know what I mean? That's a pain. I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I might not be able to get to all of these comments, you guys. I only have about 5 more minutes left. Okay, I'm gonna skim. I'm so sorry if I miss your comment, but I have to get dinner started for my family. I'm gonna skim. I'm so sorry. Andy. Oh, you want some, I'm not a fitness expert. I mean, I was in that industry. I would say, as far as personal weight loss, what I would recommend, I mean, obviously I only have like 5 minutes, but don't overwhelm yourself with being perfect with it. Look at your lifestyle that you currently have, and this question is this person is saying that they're 500 pounds and they want recommendations on weight loss. So I'm just going to really quickly address that. Look at what your current lifestyle is. Track your current food intake. Like, keep a food journal of what you're currently doing, not changing anything. Keep a activity log of what you're currently doing, and if you're at 500 pounds, you may not be doing a whole lot of activity, but then just make some small improvements. You don't have to do like a huge lifestyle overhaul, because that can just be overwhelming. So if you're on average eating, say, 3,000 calories a day, try to cut it down to 2,500. Track what you're eating, track your activity, and just make baby steps is my personal recommendation, because it can be very daunting. So reference my diet video for sugar gliders if you have diet questions. I'm going to skip through those. Okay, Andy. Andy, are you messing with me? Okay. I'm now thinking that you might be messing with me. But you know what? If anybody else is wanting to lose weight, that's also what I recommend for anybody else. So if you were messing with me, Andy, joke's on you, because that was helpful information. All right, let's see. your glider's tail carried for the first time. That's so exciting, Kathy. I love tail carrying. Pika's a tail carrier, but since I put her in a cage that has a wheel, because her little travel cage that she had to be in her quarantine cage wasn't big enough for a wheel, so she had like that glider go round. She's so obsessed with the wheel, she hasn't tail carried. So I'm hoping she does that again now that she's has a wheel consistently. What do you do if you lose a sugar glider in a tight spot? I've never lost my sugar glider. Balky ran under the couch one time, and so what I did is I took his sleeping pouch and I laid it like maybe 6 inches or so from the edge of the couch where I last saw him, and then I laid his favorite treats kind of in like a little pattern, and then I put one in the bag so he would like, you know, kind of come into the bag, and then once he got in the bag, I closed it and grabbed him. That's what I did. It's okay to use dried mealyworms. They just don't like them usually as much as live, and they don't get the nutritional value that they get from live. But as far as a treat goes, it's fine. It's just not as nutritious as the live ones. I don't know about canned mealyworms. I've never looked into it. I would look at like the sodium content. Usually when things are canned, there's a lot of salt, but I've never looked into it personally. I did not have sugar gliders when I was a kid. I didn't have sugar gliders until like 4 years ago. I didn't know they existed until like 4.5 years ago. Let's see. Suggestions for a glider who doesn't want to come out of their pouch in her cage, even for treats. Let's see. How long have you had her? And how long are you watching her? That would be my first couple of questions. Is it during the day? It's so hard because these questions, like, there's so much like background that I really need to answer. So hopefully we can get that solved before I end this live here. If not, you can follow me on Instagram and send me DMs on Instagram. It's sugar_glider_diaries. And I do quite a bit more back and forth on that as well. Yeah, I actually like scrambling the egg better than hard boiling the egg too, especially if you're not gonna be able to put it in a food processor. It mixes it up better, obviously, but either ways, it's okay. I'm glad you enjoyed the video of my colony accepting Pika. That was a huge moment. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to be doing another live on Tuesday of next week and Friday of next week if all goes according to plan. If I don't do it on Tuesday and Friday, I'll do 2 lives next week at some point, and then I'll probably get back to my regular uploading schedule. But I'm trying, with school starting and stuff, it might be just 1 video a week for a while. I'm just going to do my best. My glider go round I got from Sarcastic Diva Designs on Facebook. Her name is Tina Marie, and her page name is Sarcastic Diva Designs. She's the one that created the glider go rounds, and then she also sells the glider go round covers that she has a different vendor make, but she sells them as like a package. So I would look into that. They love that too, but it doesn't take the place of a wheel. So if it's get a wheel or a glider go round, I would get a wheel. If it's get a, so if you have to pick one or the other, definitely a wheel. The glider go round is just like an added bonus. All right, I would really love to answer that one question about a glider not wanting to come out of their cage pouch into the cage even for treats. So if you have more information on that. Oh, here we go. Concerning the glider not coming out of her pouch, I've had her for a month. She was a rescue. She's not scared of me. She lets me pet her but doesn't want to come out of the pouch even to play. What time of the day though are you talking about? Like, she doesn't come out of the pouch ever at night? And how do you know she's not coming out of the pouch at night? Because I'm assuming that you're sleeping part of the night. I don't brush my sugar glider's fur. They brush their own fur. That's why they have their grooming nails on their back paws. They'll lick them and then they like scratch all over their body. It's really cute to watch. Yeah, sugar gliders are very clean animals. They clean themselves. They do not need baths. They do not need brushing. They do not need grooming. And that's one reason why they groom each other when they're in a colony as well. I don't know about the wet nose thing with gliders, if that means they're healthy. The Happy Oyster said, does it mean your glider is healthy if they have a wet nose like dogs, or is that a myth? I don't know. All right. Okay, so I'm just kind of waiting for that one question to get some more, but you know, we might have to just finish that conversation on Instagram if you are needing help. If they're not, oh, here we go. I work third shift, so I'm often up with her at night. So night and day, I've tried, and she doesn't really go out on her wheel or even spend time out of the pouch at night. She's on a HPW diet and is a year old. That's interesting, because I don't know why she wouldn't be coming out into her cage at all. I mean, my gliders get up at night. They kind of forage around, see if I hid any treats. Then they go back in their pouch, go back to sleep, come back out, you know, forage around, go back in their pouch, go back to sleep. Mine are like off and on. Pika is up, it seems like almost the whole night running on the wheel. She's very, very active. So I think part of it has to do with personality. If they're not coming out of their pouch at all, like even to eat, obviously that could be a problem. But if they're coming out of their pouch and they're eating and they're drinking, they might just need extra time to settle in. I don't know. I'm not an expert. I can only base my opinions off of my own experience with my gliders. And my gliders are definitely not up all night, but they definitely come out of their pouch every night. So I'm not sure. That's odd. Yeah, that's true. Ashley Maiden said if she's alone and she doesn't have any glider friends, she could be depressed. And that's true. She could be. Yes, that's a good question. You cannot put a harness on your sugar glider. It can hurt their patagium. And it's not necessary. Like, you shouldn't be taking your glider somewhere where they need a harness, in my opinion, anyway. Yeah, no, I would not. You can't put a collar or a harness on a glider. It's not safe. Okay, so she is alone. So that could be one reason why she might be depressed. You're right. So I would definitely get her a friend as soon as possible. And if she's not eating and drinking very well, I would offer her food in her pouch, like, you know, like hand feed her, because if she's depressed, then she could, you know, become malnourished really easily. So. All right, guys, I'm going to stay for 5 more minutes. Will I ever Oh, I think you mean breed. It says, will you ever braid your sugar gliders? But I think you mean breed. And I have a whole video on that, but the short answer is no. My boy is neutered, and so he can't have babies. The girls could if I put an intact male in the cage, but I wouldn't be able to have, my dream is to have a large colony. And if you have a large colony, you can't have intact males in there, because when the intact male mates with one of the females, then the other females could have been known to cannibalize the other female's baby, because they basically, it's like they get jealous, I guess. I'm not sure exactly why, but that happens. And then also, if, so say I got an intact male named Joe, and I put him in with my colony, and he got Natiri pregnant, and then Natiri had a boy, I would have to neuter him, which I guess is a possibility. But if they had a girl, then Joe could have babies with his girl, his baby girl, when she got to sexual maturity, and then that would be incest. And there's tons of medical issues that can come up with that. Blindness being a really, really common one. So I would not be able to have a large colony like I want. I want to have one, ideally, I want to have one large colony. And so I wouldn't be able to do that. And also males tend to be more stinky when they are not neutered, and they tend to be more aggressive. There can be more risk for like having mating wounds and stuff like that on the females. And if I had two unneutered males in the cage, that could be really, really bad, because they can fight to the death. So I'm not going to be breeding my gliders, no. Ooh, that's a good question, Megan. Is there anything I regret starting a YouTube channel? Because she's thinking about starting one. Okay, sorry, I'm distracted by some of this. You guys, if you are not contributing to a conversation and you're doing weird stuff, I'm going to put you in timeout. So let's not do that, okay? All right, so things that I might regret. I don't really regret anything. I don't really regret anything. I look back at my first, I don't know, 10, 15 videos, and I kind of cringe a little bit, because I didn't edit, and I wasn't very well spoken in a lot of them. I didn't let my personality show, but you know what? The content's still good. And if I felt like I had to be perfect before I started a channel, I never would have started. So I don't regret it, because I needed to start somewhere, and I needed to get comfortable in front of the camera, and I'm still growing in that area. So I don't regret anything. It is a little cringy for me to watch some of my first videos, but I don't regret it still. Yeah, I don't really regret anything as far as starting a YouTube channel. I haven't had a lot of negative people, and I haven't really let the negative people that I have had affect me. I can't really even like recall offhand a lot of the comments, and really there's been such few and far between. I'm sure as it gets bigger there'll be more negativity, but I don't regret it at all. I really have enjoyed it a lot, and I'm loving that it's helping people and helping gliders. And yeah, I would say start. I would say do it. I would just I guess and I do have a video, I don't know if you've seen it, and it's my thoughts on YouTube at 1,000 subscribers. It has gotten like hardly any views. But I put a lot of work into it. So if you haven't watched it and you might want to support me, you could go watch that video. But if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, that would be a good one to watch. And it just talks about kind of what I've learned, from 0 to 1,000 subscribers, what I learned. And so that has a lot of tips. If you're thinking about starting, I think that it's very, very important that you take the responsibility of your platform, whether it's small or big, seriously, and that you do your research and you're not putting information out there that could potentially be harmful. So I think that's really important. But besides that, I would say just do it. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, it's so hard to end it. You guys, I'm so sorry. I have to end this because I'm like 20 minutes past when I needed to start dinner. So, I think most of these last questions I have videos on. As far as how old my gliders were and how many hours a day I spent with them and all of that, I do cover that in my when I first got my gliders video, when you first bring your gliders home video, bonding video. I kind of talk about a lot of that in there. So I'm just going to reference that. And I'm going to say goodbye, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your support. And if you're watching this on a replay, thank you too. I really appreciate you taking the time to just listen to me ramble. And I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, talk to you later. I forgot I can't end it here. I have to end it on my phone. I'm never smooth. Oh gosh. Bye guys.